Hello everyone, welcome. My name is vAaron and today I'm going to be giving you my full complete build on the Rogue as it stands in Mod 23. I believe I am pretty much complete. I don't think there is anything I've got to do. I got all the mythic insignias done, I got all the gear that I needed, and we're just going to go over all of it and maybe it'll help you guys out on determining what you guys need to be looking for / farming. So let's start straight off with the race and the character sheet. As you can see, our stats are pretty good. We are out of combat, but I believe we've got some food on. I will include a screenshot right here of me doing a full rotation. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. So, stats. We have it in Dex, we have it in Charisma. We've got it in Dex for the crit severity and the movement speed. I want to be getting to them mobs as fast as possible. And then we've got Charisma for the recharge speed, and the Forte is always a bonus. A lot of people do use Strength, but it doesn't give you that much in terms of any of these stats. None of them give you a lot to even make a difference anyway. And also we're using the GIF race for the combat advantage boost that it gives, which is really nice as well. So gear is first. As you can see, we've got a couple of mythic items, which is the Dragon Hunt gear. We're going to go over them. So we've got the Serene Hood of the Dragon Hunter. This is essentially the new and improved Garistro horns. This is kind of universal amongst all DPS, along with this one as well, the Tactful Levers, which again is a new and improved ribcage. So these two are very universal, and these fan braces here, again from the Dragon Hunts. A lot of people use them, but also a lot of people are currently using the Risk Arts of Participation if they are unable to get their power up. However, if you've got your power up like I have, these are the best things to use. We have Lionheart weapons for solo play. For group content, we are going to be using the old Mastercraft weapons. I just can't see the logic in paying for the new Mastercraft weapons given the prices of them, especially for a Rogue. I believe for the regular ones, they are 5 mil each. And then for the plus ones, they're about 10 to 15 mil. And I just can't see the logic in spending that. If I farm the materials, I'll definitely get them. Maybe I'll do a deal with a Mastercrafter and I'll get them in exchange for some materials, because I've got plenty of chests of power to donate when double shards and double guild mark pops up. So what have we got on it? We've got 10% increase on Julie's Flurry. Again, amongst all rogues, it's kind of universal. It's basically the only at will we use. And here we've got crit severity and we've got accuracy on the offhand. Again, the crit severity gives us 500. If we didn't have that 500, we would be in the white numbers. So just for the sake of the video, I don't think I'm going to change it. As I said, if I was going to change it, it would probably be recharge speed. But again, it's only 2.5, doesn't make the world of difference, so it's no big deal. And then here, we haven't used any Dragon Hunt gear. We are sticking with the Wasteland Wanderers, which are from Hardcore Voss. And this is because when you are 25 feet or closer to your target, your combat advantage is increased by 25%. I don't think that's feet, that might be inches, but whatever. But yeah, it gives us 5% combat advantage. The armor kits we have on is accuracy, because the stats are looking fine. So we are on an AoE build right now, which is why we are using the Demogorgon set. However, this is an expensive set. If you cannot get this set, then you can happily use the Mithril set, which drops for free from the Dragonbone Veil campaign. So by all means, you can use any of these. I quite like this one for AoE because it gives me 5% more damage. And also we have the journals for the other artifacts because they give a good set bonus. And make sure you got the pages, guys, because they're pretty much useless without the pages. But I do want to switch these out for the Dragon Hunt ones. I don't know, there's a couple of things I want to try out, and I want to try out the higher item level artifacts, but it's going to take some time to get them. The ring is a Soothsayer's ring, and it, again from the Dragon Hunts, but it increases your crit strike up to a maximum of 7%, depending on your hit points. So my hit points are full, so I'll be getting 7%. I honestly don't think I'm getting 7%. I'm not sure if it's working properly, but if we look at the crit strike here, as you can see, we're on 73. If we take it off, okay, so we've lost 7%. It's working fine. Never mind. Don't worry about it. It's working fine. And we've got the Band of Air. Again, if you can get the Band of Air, I definitely recommend it. There is a nerf coming up, apparently. Don't know when it's happening, but I still expect the Band of Air to be best in the slot. And then we have major combat advantage armor kits on them. So the shirt and trousers we have also changed. So the trousers I had on were these, and we have changed these out for the Dragon Hunt ones. And if you inspect them, you can see you get a set bonus if you wear 2. So I also got the shirt. The shirt I was wearing was this one, but I don't need the 5% combat advantage as you guys saw in the screenshot. So we are using the legendary one, and that is essentially all the gear that I believe I need currently in the current mod. I don't think I need any more. So I believe my rogue is complete. In enchantments, I have been switching these out a bit because I've had to stat balance, and I'll let you know why in just a second. But we've got a cobalt for crit severity, we've got a citrine for accuracy, we've got a garnet for power, and we've got a jade for crit strike. And then we've got all defense enchantments down here, which are all garnets. Then in the utility, we've got Forte from a garnet as well. Overloads, we have a Devil's Precision, which is really, really useful, especially for crit chance. And then we've got a Rage of Flames. Again, these two are quite universal, everyone uses them. The Rage of Flames, I believe, is about 150k. However, the Devil's Precision is about 340k. Or you can wait for the Hellpit event, or the drop from the Dragon Cult lockbox. We've got the Curse Burn for AoE, but between the Curse Burn and the Poison Thorn, there isn't that much difference. And then we've got a movement speed bonus on the bonus enchantment here. You can switch this out for a recharge speed. It's fine. A lot of people use the recharge speed. I'm on AoE, so I prefer to use the movement speed so I can get to the mobs faster. So next, we're not going to look at appearance. We are going to look at powers. So as you guys know, we're on AoE. The at-wills don't really make much of a difference. However, we are on the assassin path, and we're running Julius Flurry, and we're using Cloud of Steel. Just say it's situational to use Cloud of Steel. It's when you've got to stay away from a load of mobs for whatever reason. You just throw your daggers at them. So we have Path of the Blade, Smoke Bomb, and Blade Flurry. And I will let you guys know the rotation in just a second. And then we've got Shocking Execution, which isn't going to be used on AoE. However, Whirlwind of Blades will be. And also, it increases your damage for each enemy hit. So, pop it as much as you can. Also, I forgot to mention, you can actually take the Wasteland Wanderers off, and you can use the Primal Boots in order to get that daily faster. A lot of people, a lot of DPS do it to get their dailies, do more damage, and yeah, so. We have Skillful Infiltrator on the class Feats, which increases your movement speed by 10% and adds 2.5% deflection and crit strike. And then we've also got on Oppressive Darkness. When you have combat advantage, your powers deal an additional 20% magnitude damage to the target. We are going to switch these in single target because we don't run Skillful Infiltrator. I'll go through that build in just a second. And I believe this video is going to be long enough. I don't want to go through all of these feats here. But basically for AoE, you're probably going to want bottom, top, top, top. Now these are going to change for single target. For example, we're going to want Skullcracker on single target. And also we are going to want Shadow's Flurry on single target. Shadow's Flurry is kind of like having a paranoid delusion, apart from it only pops up every now and then. However, you do notice it, and what it'll do, it'll copy your Julius Flurry at will, and then it'll disappear. So it's more of a single target thing. But yeah, move on to the boons. So the guild boons, we've got power, we've got awareness, and we've got movement speed. And then for campaigns, as you can see, we have all the offense boons, and we've only got 2 of the defense boons, awareness and defense, and all of them are capped out. We have pretty much all the hit points boons apart from 2 points. We have the damage and damage resistance versus the undead, and the damage and damage resistance versus the fiends. And we also have 5 points in the movement speed as well. Now, tier 5, we have the Call of Power, which increases your AP gain, and then we've got this one, increases your recharge speed. If you go through all of them, there are probably different ones that'll help your character more. I didn't need the 40, so I didn't go for it, but I understand control bonus might help a lot of people out as well. And then, pretty standard, Bloodlust is the one that you want here. It's definitely the best one in terms of DPS. So, we're going to move over to companions now. I have built this character. This is why I had to do a lot of stat balancing. I was using the Albedo for the longest time, but it seems like everyone else is using the Icosahedron Ironstone, so therefore I've had a lot of stat balancing to do, and I am missing some accuracy, but it is what it is. I basically made the build around the Icosahedron Ironstone just because I believe that'll help a lot of people more than getting the Albedo, because we basically had a free Icosahedron Ironstone from the Battle Pass. But anyway, the gear. We have 2 tarnished Emerald Talisman of the Companion. I believe I got these in a pack, or maybe in the Dragonbone Vale. I honestly can't remember where I got them. And then also we have the Living Trees Grimoire. I believe the Grimoire is actually from Sharandar. I can't remember where the tarnished are from. I'm sure someone can remember and let me know. We also have Potent Precision to up our crit severity as well. Of course, we're on 75. I don't think we've got Wildstorm Elixir available right now, but I'll go through the consumables in just a second. What are we running on AoE? So we got the Stoldorf, 7.5 combat advantage. We got the Minsk, which some people like the Minsk, some people don't. I personally like it. I've tried the Phase Spider and it just doesn't seem to do as much as the Minsk does. We got the Neverwinter's Knight, which is 7.5% outgoing damage. We've got Black Dragon's Insight for the 7.5 crit chance, and then we've got the Golden Cat for the 7.5 combat advantage. Other than that, that's everything companion-wise. I mean, we can go through all the companions I've got, but there's no point. It's just for the bolster. I very rarely switch these out. We'll go over single target because we do include the Batiri, so we'll go over that in just a second. So we are using Explosive Equalizer simply because if you're surrounded by a load of mobs, this can hit easily on a crit 600k per enemy. It's a lot. And you can also use the Pegasus. The best one is probably the Celestial Wings ability. However, I am using Explosive Equalizer because I don't have the Celestial Wings. We've got Armor Breaker for that 4500 crit severity. And then here we have one of each color, which is all we can get anyway. And then we have 2 Assassin's Covenants, 2 Gladiator's Guile, and 1 Shepherd's Devotion. Because we don't need Warlord's Inspiration, because this is an Augment build. Fighter builds are said to be the best and highest DPS builds. However, me personally, I like seeing my stats like that, so that's why I stuck with the Augment. Now, let's do the rotation, then we'll switch over to single target. Let's make sure all of our food's popped. By the way, guys, the food you are going to be wanting is Watermelon Sorbet, Wildstorm Elixir, and the Flask of Potency rank 3 +1. And also, if you're doing dragon hunts, make sure you get yourself some potions of dragon slaying and scrolls of protection. That'll help you out a bunch as well. So let's have a look. As you can see, our crit severity is now about 10.5 away. We're going to get 7.5 from the Potent Precision here, and then also 7.5 from the Tactful Levers, but not every stat's going to be perfect. So let's pop this, our Forge Hammers box, and also we'll pop a Horn of Blasting. That is going to take us over cap on the power. Here we go. So we are over cap, but that only lasts 60 seconds. And now because of the Horn of Blasting, our AP gain is increased as well. So how are you going to want to do it? So people play the rogue differently. It's all about playstyle. But let's say I'm running up to a load of mobs. I will, on my way up to the mobs, I'll get my artifact ready and I'll pop it. I'll jump in, Path of Blades and Smoke Bomb because I want them to be dazed. Stealth, Blade Flurry twice, and that is about it. That's the whole rotation. Now, if you want to include your mount power or your daily, pretty much the daily I find just kills most things anyway. But if I wanted to do it, I'd run in daily, Smoke Bomb to daze them, and then you've got the mount power. And then everything's dead. That's even without using Path of Blades. So in the next load of mobs, we'll go in, we'll Path of Blades, we'll Stealth, and we'll Blade Flurry twice, and then that's all them mobs dead as well. So that's 2 groups of mobs dead in no time whatsoever. But AoE is super easy to use on the Rogue, and just make sure you're dodging about. If you know that the enemies are going to hit you, like in Lair of the Mad Mage at the very start, you've got them 4 mobs at the top of the stairs. Make sure you either go stealth or make sure you dodge roll. A lot of the survivability on the Rogue is knowing when to dodge, and I haven't really figured that out in Dragon Hunt yet, but it is what it is. So let's switch over to single target here, and as you can see, we've got the Mithril set on the single target. And that is essentially because we are in combat advantage nearly all of the boss fight and single target. And I want this Mithril set to be popping this Band of Air to help the DPS board. Well, not to help the DPS board, just to help DPSing in general. But apart from that, nothing really has been changed apart from, if we look at companion bonuses here, we've got the Batarion instead of the Black Dragon's Insight. Now, we have just lost 7.5% from the Black Dragon's Insight, so we have gained it back on Precision. We've took away the crit severity, the 7.5 crit severity on Potent Precision, and we have put regular Precision on to make up for the crit strike that we have lost. And as you can see, these are our stats on single target. Obviously, our crit severity is a bit because of the Mithril set, but that's just what's going to happen. You're not going to get everything perfect all the time, and I'm not really overcapped that much. If I cared that much, I would just go there, go there, and go there. And then there you go, we're in the green, and it's that simple to fix. However, when it comes to rotation, oh, by the way, guys, we should probably look at the feats here. As you can see, we have changed the Skullcracker and we have changed Shadow's Flurry. So them 2 are the only things that have changed. And the class features, we have changed Skillful Infiltrator for Invisible Infiltrator because the daily refreshes your stealth limiter. And we'll go through how to include that. So we haven't got the daily, so let's just try to get the daily. And we'll go through the rotation because the Rogue, it's easy to play, but it's incredibly squishy and you've got to do everything right. You've got to know when to dodge, you've got to know when to just evade red. I know in Dragon Hunt it's so hard to evade red because of all the knockbacks. I don't want to do another video on Dragon Hunt, but I feel like I might have to because there's been new information, I guess, that we've been talking about on PlayStation, and I'll do a future video on it. So, we've got our daily. What are we going to do? So we're going single target, boom, artifact burst, wicked reminder, Path of Blades. We want that AoE going straight away, that dot going straight away. You're going to mount power, you're going to daily, you're going to stealth again, and assassinate. Now the stealth assassinate isn't really necessarily required because once you are in combat advantage, assassinate can't really help you. The thing is with assassinate being stealthed is when you're in front of the boss and you might not be in combat advantage. It's going to put you in combat advantage instantly once you are stealthed. but the rotation itself is relatively easy. So first of all is Wicked Reminder. That's going to apply a debuff, and then you're going to Path of Blades, because that's going to apply a dot over damage over time, and it's going to help the Band of Air proc. Now after that, you want to do your Toad. Your Toad is going to hit from combat advantage every single time, no matter where you're standing. After you've done your Toad, you want to do your daily, and then you're going to get your stealth meter back. After your daily, stealth, assassinate. Obviously, your rotation might be broken just because of knockbacks and everything that's included in this game. But again, the rotation's really easy. Practice it on the dummies. And yeah, that is pretty much everything for this build. Single target and AoE and the rotation. I believe we've gone through absolutely everything. Is there anything that I've missed out? Let me have a look real quick. I don't think there is anything that I've missed out. We've gone through all the consumables. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I've missed out, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Are you building a rogue? Has this video helped you out at all? Let me know down below. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you are new. You want to make your way back to the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.